What do you want your story to be? At the end of your life, if someone wrote a book about you and it was nothing but truth, no lies, the whole story, the truth, what would you want your book to say? This is a sermon I heard one time from preacher Andy Stanley. One night I was sitting in an auditorium filled with parents and students, staff, as the high school orchestra teacher was retiring, and they were telling a little bit about her life. So they told how this lady had went to school and had been made fun of for being in orchestra, because I guess in those days it wasn't very popular to be a music student. She went on to college and got her degree in music. She taught for some time in Germany and taught small classes over there, but at some point she moved back to Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And while living in Oak Ridge, she was asked to help with the local high school students and teach them as just a assistant. She wasn't a teacher. So for years she taught as an assistant, and there came a point when they didn't have a teacher and she was on her own, and she had been in this assistant position for years. But the problem was that she wasn't a teacher. So the superintendent at that time had went to Nashville and had lobbied on her behalf, and they made her an honorary teacher. So from then on until 2013, she was the high school orchestra teacher at Oak Ridge High School. So this night they told how that when she began, she had a very limited amount of students, and on the first night of her first concert, only 6 students showed up to perform. And that night, as she's retiring and they're honoring her, there were over 200 students on that stage. So again, I ask you, what do you want your story to be? This lady's story touched me so much. Honestly, I was sitting in the audience with tears in my eyes, and this sermon came back to me, and I thought, what do I want my story to be? What do I want to leave to others, the whole truth? And all of those times in my life, the little things that never really mattered, that shouldn't have even been in the book because they weren't of matter. So I want to ask you all, what do you want your story to be when the book is written of your life, of the truth? Would there be anything you would change or anything you would like to just forget about and wish you hadn't have even made an issue? This lady, at the teacher at Oak Ridge High School, surely was an inspiration to me and many others, and it showed that night when there were 200 students on stage. Thank you.